Yeah, now you see recording.
Yes,
right?
it's okay.
Yeah, good. So now we can actually start. Okay, so I will share my screen and I start with I learn page for the course and for the project. So I make screen sharing and I take my browser and I can start with the course, and we go to the project, we expand the project, and we shall look on different elements in it. First, it's project site. I showed it yesterday. So you go to a business case, which can be a test bed for your design. And it has basically resources. Project assignments are in iLearn. So we have resources. The most important resources are interviews that you need to listen to, and there are internet resources. Harmony Insight is important, and some resources that concern the area, business area, IBS syndrome. So this is nothing particular, but it's a lot of work to do, especially for those who haven't met Harmony Insight before. Okay, the second three items are project assignments, and we take the first one, and it says what do you want, what do you need to do. So you need to listen interviews because it's a real source which describes the problem and what they expect of solution. In a way, it's kind of requirement. And then you define what the problem should be solved. And then you go to designing your solution according to design science recommendations. So, and here we have bullet 5, decide on the level of generality you want to work. And it means that your solution should be suitable for other companies. And the level is up to you. It can be healthcare practitioners who wants to work online in general, or dietitians specifically, or dietitians that manage IBS syndrome is more specifically. Okay, you need to read literature to see and maybe borrow some elements of your solution, and also see that your design is has something new in it. So design science is not implementing solutions that already exist, but trying to find new solutions that hopefully are better. Okay, and you design artifacts in any way you want. You can create a prototype, so maybe some kind of screens that clients, a dietitian will see. You need to argue why you have chosen things and point out what is unique. And then you need to, because it will be on some level of generality, you need to adjust your solution, how it will be implemented in Harmony Insight. And then you need to sell it to Harmony Insight managers. You will not be selling in reality, but you need to prepare some pitch and have a plan how it will be rolled out in business. And you need to plan how you will do validation, what you will be measuring, how interviewing dietitian, maybe looking at the log of the system, getting feedback, if you plan that the system allow feedback from clients, and you can look at feedback and so on. So you need to plan the effects of introduction. You won't be getting any feedback, but you need to be prepared to get them. Okay, and basically this is project assignment 1, and you have project assignment 2, and it concerns a different aspect. The bullets are almost of the same kind.
May I ask a question?
Yes, sure.
Yes, you said we should look at the videos from Harmony on the site.
Yeah.
But there are different videos. I think it's 1, 2, and 3. Different. Should we look at all the videos, the interviews?
Yeah. You look
just the first part or the second part, or?
Yeah, you need to see. It dependent on your assignment. You may need different parts more and other parts less.
But we're supposed to look at all the parts, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And decide, is it something of interest for you or not? And for example, if we go back to assignment 8, I just opened once more the site.
Yeah, I was asking about the assignment 1. Yes.
Yeah. So if we go to assignment 1, then we have a look on resources, interviews, and we have this is relevant. So this is assignment 1. Basically, I need to delete this part, and it means that most interesting.
You have opened in a new page. We can't see the new page.
Okay. Yeah, I will try to get it back. Or I'll open it here. Infosys. Yes, this one. Okay, now you see it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. For one, this is important. And this 3 is important. This one and this one are important. This one is less important. So
all except the IT system is important.
IT might not be of interest, but you listen yourself and see what is of interest for you. So it depends.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going back and look at assignment 2, and this is a different problem. People are taking courses and getting recommendations, and they can be general recommendations, for example, weekly menus, or it can be personal consulting. But the next step is, do they follow recommendation or not, and how to motivate people to follow so that they don't forget, they don't eat things that are not good for them, and so on. So how to help people to arrange their life according to recommendations. And it can be exercises, going out for a couple of hours, and so on. So this is help of, it's a completely different side. The first assignment is more like help to dietitians to work online, so that they can get information from the client and give recommendation and follow up. And he is more on the client side to help them to follow up, not forget, and be more motivated. Maybe having some kind of a group where they discuss and so on. So the solution is yours. It's less defined. In the first solution is like you need to allow Harmony work with remote client. So your problem is ICT related. He is partly ICT, but partly maybe something else. Okay, and project assignment 3, it's a version of assignment 2, but it's about device. And this is meant more for people who are in the programs of interactive design. So we tried, maybe not satisfactory for the first time, to have different assignments that could be suitable for different programs, because we have quite a number of programs in this course. So you choose whatever looks suitable for you. And I can say from the beginning that this is the first round of the course. So you are learning, and we are learning as well, what works and what not works for you. And we are not fully prepared before the start. So some things will appear or maybe change during the course. Okay, so there are 3 assignments. In your group, you decide which one you want to pursue. So here is activities. And we have most activities is you are working in the group, reading literature, defining the problem, designing solution, and so on. And we have more formal activities. Kickoff, it's today. Review at review 2, final presentation. And this including also peer review. So review at review 2 is basically a session between one group and a teacher, where the group shows what has been done up to this point, and teacher gives recommendation, answer a question. So it's a teaching session, individual session with a group. The same is with project review 2, but you will need to do much more. So, and final presentation will be made to 2 or 3 other groups. We will combine a slot with 3 or 4 groups together, and each group will present their design. And after that, you will have 1 week to finish your report. We will have peer reviews of final project before final presentation. So you will need to submit your report as is 2-3 days before final presentation, and a group will be assigned to make a peer review and produce some comments which will be given during final presentation. Okay, in between we will have tutoring session where you can ask a teacher to come to your Zoom session and answer some questions. Okay, deadline. First of all, I will show how booking for this event work, and then we get back over here. So we go back and see. Not everything is ready because we are waiting to finalize how many groups it will be, so that we can reserve the number of slots that is the same as the number of groups. I think it's almost finished, but still not all students have groups. So first of all, I will show that there is a calendar. It's in resources, schedule. Here that you can use to see what's coming in. And you can have this in a week. So it's project kickoff today. You can click on it and you will see where it will be held. And when we look down, we can see next week, and you have seminars. And here we have project reviews. We have 4 teachers for projects. And this is, for example, mine group. I haven't set which, so it's more like orientation. I will show how you can book it. So you can see that I have reserved for now, it's not the final, 3 slots on 16th of September from 10 to 11:35, from 1 o'clock to 2:45, and last one is late. And we have other people. This is Mohammed's, and this is also Mohammed's groups. I don't know if I can make it bigger. And project review. Here's Marika also, and Jakob has it over here. It will be in slots as well, but it will be later. So the first review starts, dependent on the teacher, starts on 15, some on 16, some on 17, and some on 21st. Then we go in the middle of October, and we have project review 2. It's my group, Mohammed's group, Jakob's group, or Marika's group. It's will be, everything will be on 6 and 7 of October. And then we go to here to 27th, 28th. And here we have final presentations in these 2 days for all teachers. And the course will finish, I think, on here. And here you need to submit your final report. And here you have deadline for submitting preliminary report for peer review, because here you have an exam, and you have Monday as well to read report as a peer reviewer, and then come here and present your comments. So this is schedule, and it will be more detailed later when we have actually defined the number of slots. Okay, and there are other other deadlines or seminars which is not do not concern the project. Okay, this is schedule. The next thing, we go back to deadlines. Here, project. Okay, deadlines for submitting stuff before project review 1 or 2, it's enough to submit before your session with the teacher. So it's only for final presentation you need to submit 3 days earlier. Okay, it's all here, and final submission, it's also here. Okay, now about booking. So we go back to project, and I put, it's not everything, but it's okay, it's to here. I put 2 things. Project review 1 is a scheduler. It will be the same for project review 2 and the project final project scheduler. I filled it just with 3 slots for myself. So I have Wednesday morning. The first slot is from 10:30. The second from 10. The second 10:35 or 11 and 10. And here I show that I am a student and I can book a slot. So if you want to have one of these slots and it's not already taken, you do like this, and you need to write your group number and your Zoom meeting parameters, because I will be joining you in the meeting room, and then just press confirm booking. So here you will get all my slots, and you will get slots for other teachers as well, and you can see which teacher. And such a schedule will be for other events as well. And the only thing you need to think when you book with a teacher the first review, you will need to book for the same with the same teacher for the other 3 reviews as well. So bear it in mind. And this is because you'll get some recommendation from a teacher, and another teacher doesn't know this recommendation, and it can be some confusion. So it's better to stick with the same teacher when you started the project. And here is, there will be project review 1, 4 different submission boxes, each one for the teacher. So submit to the right box. So the teacher can take it during or before the session. So it will be easier to find it and put which group number it is when you put it in the name of report.
How long before the review does the teacher have to have the report? The day before, or?
No, it's just before the session.
Okay.
So when you ask some questions, the teacher can look at it. If you submit earlier, it's better, than the teacher might be able to see if the teacher has time to see it before. But definitely it should be there before the session starts. Yes. And you need to if you have a question, you need to present something. So it's interactive session for 30 minutes, so it should be enough time for having dialogue, getting recommendations, and so on. So,
Okay.
so there is no deadline except it should be there before your booked session.
Okay.
And we will have this kind of schedule on submission boxes for all events, and for final submission of your report on the last day as well. Okay, then about interactive session, if you have questions, it's not mandatory. These ones are mandatory. Project reviews and final presentation. Tutoring session is not mandatory, and it will be handled through tutoring system at DSV. So we can have a look back on, I created for a test one. I want to go to the schedule back. Schedule and say like we go to weeks, and next week I created here so you can see a tutoring session. Any group can come, and there will be at least 2 teachers, and it doesn't matter if it's your teacher or not, you can ask questions and show something. And it's like a queue. You put yourself on the queue, and you get a teacher when it will be your turn. And getting on the queue is tutoring. There is a tutoring system. This one, and I am already logged in as a teacher, but this is a student view. If you come when the time is up, so there is a tutoring session. There can be many sessions, so you need to see that it's your course session, and you can place you in the queue. You just need to put your Zoom ID number and password if you want to have a password, and then create list position. And then when time comes, the teacher will come to you. And this system has about, and this system has help. So you can go through it. It's in English. If you go through an English site, tutoring is English site. In Swedish, it's called handledning. Okay, so here is only to book a queue. Normally, the system is used in the office when students are sitting in some of the rooms. They put the name of the room, and the teacher will come to the room. Online, we will use the same, but your room will be online room, so you need to identify it in the right way. And the same is with scheduling sessions in reviews. You need to, when you book, you need to put your ID of your room, and only one person should book. Okay.
So
Yes.
so we can, sorry for interrupting. So we can have these reviews physically in the DSV facilities in Kista.
Yeah, you can sit where you want, but you need to be, the teacher will be online.
Okay, the review will be online.
Yes, everything in this course is online.
So even if we book a room in the DSV facilities, the review will still be online?
Yes.
Okay.
You can, if you want to gather in person, you can book a room and sit there. Just check, I don't know, with help desk or whatever. If you use your own computer, with video, and so it's okay. I don't know if you use the computer in the room, whether it works or not. I don't know. So with audio and video, but you can check with this way help desk. You understand what I mean?
Yes, I understand. I think I
Yeah.
understand.
So if you want to use a computer in this room, not your own computer, then you need to check whether you can run Zoom on it. And,
Yes, I understand. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, if some computer that you have personally does it, then it's okay.
Yeah.
Basically, you need to have video is not important, because mostly important that I see your screen and you hear me. That is important. So I think booking the room is on site is available, but the teachers will not be coming.
Yes.
Especially because like one slot be online, the other one will be people are gathered in some place and so on. So no, all teaching is online in this course, at least this year, because in the beginning it was planned that those who are not online, who are on campus should come on campus, but then it becomes completely not clear whether the campus will be open or not. And before it started to be open, we decided that we need to make some decision, and the decision was taken that everything is online, so that we know how we work. Okay, that is about formal events. And then if you will get more details on what you need to do for, at least try to do for each event. So when you look, no, it's not this one, project. For example, if you have like here project review, if you click here, this can be a bit more more information about what is expected you to do before project review 1. So right now it's just a box, but more information can be added to explain what is expected. Okay, what else? So it's about formalities, and then we have some resources. Okay, here we have design size canvas in several versions. I can take this one. So this, it looks like this. So you can take it and fill it. If you use Word, you can click and you get, this is a form, and you can put some text in it, and here is explanation. And I did the same with, I'm coming back. And there is in Google Docs or in Padlet, I don't know what it is. And I put the same with implementation canvas. So it's in Word. And you can put something here. And here is the text from the canvas. Okay, we will get. Oh, okay, you haven't seen it, right? Okay. I need to change sharing maybe to put it on share screen. Okay, it's here. So you see the word. Okay, so it's you can write harmony inside. Company and so on. And then save. And here is instruction. It's the same as with Canvas. Okay, no, I don't want to save it. And what else we have? Okay, we will produce an example of project report template. I thought it were somewhere here, but I can't find it now. Teachers literature exam. Okay, I don't see it. Okay, it's probably because it hasn't been finished, it's not there. So you will get a version of how the final project should look like, but basically see Canvas as a number of topics, as a number of sessions. So you fill a Canvas and then you write more about each section in Canvas. In some section will be much more and some section a bit more. Especially about artifacts, you need to describe it quite in details, what kind of artifact you will have. Okay, that's all for now, and I am ready to take your questions. So I stop sharing.
I got a question about the queuing on the reviews. Those time spots that was in the schedule.
Yeah.
Was each time spot? It wasn't for just one group. It was
yes
many groups on sharing the same time spot, or
no. It's you can book. One person can book only one slot, and the next person will not be able to book it. And you have one representative from the group who does it.
Yeah. But what about the queue then? If somebody already have booked it, so what's the queue about?
No, the queue is only not for reviews. The queue is only for tutoring sessions. It's separate sessions which will be in the schedule, where you can just ask question for any teacher who is serving this session. And there will be a queue. You ask your questions, then the teacher will go to the next one in the queue.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a session with the queue. Reviews and final is a session with booking. And review 1 and review 2, it will be you can just book one person can book. It's mean one group. In final, slots will be bigger, and you can book 3 groups or 4 groups, and it will be a session 1.5 or 2 hours. And you will be presenting not only for the teacher, you will be presenting to other groups as well.
Okay.
And it will be possible that how in each booking, it will be decided how many person it could be booked. But just remember that assign one person who will be doing booking. So your group will book just one slot in each event, not many slots. Yes, okay. Any more questions?
We have questions in the chat.
Okay. Where is the chat? Okay. Okay, we start. Okay, background section. Just a moment, I will have a look on it. I'm looking through all chat questions. So we have, I will share again. This one. Okay, I have project assignment 2. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Basically, assignment 1 doesn't have it. It's more because information in interviews, it's enough information in interviews for assignment 1. And for assignment 2 and 3, it's not enough. These issues were not discussed in the interviews. That's why there is a special part in assignment that puts a background. And this is the difference. Okay, I stop sharing and go to chat again. Okay, the next. Yes, about seminars and about formal events like review. I can answer only for project. You need to be, all of you, on review at 2 and final. When you ask for tutoring, you don't need to have full group. You can get 1 or 2 people. They know all your questions, and they present the questions to the teacher in a tutoring session. There you don't need to be in full group. It's enough. One person can ask all questions. But these 3 other events are mandatory.
You meant the events in October?
Yeah,
all of them will be on in October.
No, the first one is in September.
Okay.
In the middle of September. I can show again. I can show the schedule. I need to go back to share screen here, and I will show schedule. Okay, better to have week, and nothing here, but it's here. So from 15, 16, 17, and next week, and Monday 21st. So you have several days dependent on the teacher in the middle of September. This is preliminary. You need to, I will put what you need to do. You will need to decide which event and which assignment you want to do, and start working.
Okay, so
Okay. Yes?
from 15 to 20, because we already booked for 16 of September. So then we will need to be present, you mean at Zoom meeting, all
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there will be different times. So even if you are booked for some event on 15th or 16th, it doesn't mean that you cannot book another event.
Okay, but this time we need to have a determined artifact, of course, the project type and one of the three.
Read literature and some ideas on what you want to design. Yes.
Okay, can I have like a quick question on pre-seminar tasks? Are they made in groups or are they individual?
Which seminars?
Seminars for.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you. I don't know if you are aware of.
Seminars. You participate as individual, and there are seminars group just to group students for discussions, and they don't need to coincide with your project group. So it's the group member of your project can be in different seminars groups. So it's
Okay.
more like seminars group. It's more like to divide students between sessions, nothing else.
Okay.
There is no constancy there. So you just need to book in something that you will participate. So it has nothing to do with project groups. Okay, I'll go, I'll stop sharing and go to the next. Going here. Okay, which teacher to have project you review with? When you make the first booking, when we get all slots for booking, you will be booked for some teacher, and then you should book the review 2 and final with the same teacher at any slot available. Just a moment. So we are not dividing you between ourselves, but you book something that mostly suit your timetable. Okay. Okay. Project assignment and project size. I'm looking about connection between project size and assignment. All assignments are related to the same business case, but they're taking different problems to solve. The first problem is to get Harmony Insight online with consultation, not with other services. They have other services like school and other things, just with personal consultation one-to-one with a dietitian. And the two other assignments concern how to help their client to follow recommendations that they get and motivate them to follow them. As soon as you decide what assignment you want to do, you will be solving different problems and in different ways. Okay, about downloading books from Springer, I don't know what is I don't know what kind of problems in downloading. I think it's better to, regarding Springer books, it's better you put it in the forum and put inside your screen dumps, so it will be easier to see what you are doing and what is not working, because it's impossible to understand from just it doesn't download. Yes, about preparing material for reviews and final report you will get later. Okay, yes, okay. 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 So, okay, it's everything about book. Yes. Okay. 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 I think I went to the end of chat. Have I missed something? Oh, there is something new. Tutoring, yes, yes. Schedule in I Learn, but I mean they will be in the scheduler. So if you want to see when there is a session, you can look like here. We'll put it over here. I think I put one for testing here, tutoring session project. And we will have on other weeks as well. Maybe not on this week when you have review anyway, but this week when you don't have, most of you don't have review, you'll get a tutoring session and definitely here. So on the weeks that don't have reviews, you will have tutoring sessions. Okay. Probably yes. About count limit for the project, how many you should write. Probably there will be some. Do you want a limit, upper limit or lower limit? Or both? Okay. Okay. I think we will put both, because if you write too much, it means that a teacher who will be assessing your final report need to read too much. So probably we'll put some orientation for both. But remember that part of the project is producing some models and probably some screen dumps with prototypes and so on. So you need to describe your artifacts in details, and it doesn't always need to be words. It can be pictures, diagrams, and so on, which are no, word count cannot include diagrams. But still, it's not the number of what is interesting, but basically information on your design and some argumentation on it, and also literature that you review. So it's content that is interesting, not the number of words. So we don't want to overload ourselves, teachers, with reading too much. Pictures are easier to grasp and assess than a lot of words. So when you write a report, you follow the same recommendations that I give to master students when they write master thesis. It should be structured and visualized. So what does it mean? Sections, subsections, bullet list, numbers list, tables, and diagrams. And you more of structured element you have, the easier is to read and to understand what you are doing. If it's just text, it's very difficult to assess. So please use visual things to structure your report. It's design, it's not an essay. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? So if...
Yeah, I have one.
Yes?
When you book a project review, we have to create our own rooms and invite the teacher.
Yes, yes.
Wouldn't it be easier to just use the official course room, this one we're sitting in right now, instead of having all of us invite the teacher into different rooms?
Here we have a problem because we have several teachers that can have the same slot that intersects. And it can be difficult because you have two groups that are having review at the same time. So I would recommend not to use it, because you can get in a problem there.
Okay.
Yeah. So now about finals. For finals, it will be a teacher will create a session for 3-4 groups, because they will be in the same, and it will be posted in the scheduler, so you get to know it. So when you click on the scheduler, then you will get to which room you will go. So for review at one and tutoring, use your own room. You need to have your own ID. For final presentations, the teacher will provide it, because then each teacher need to create its own room, because it won't contradict the other teacher rooms. So for the last one, you shouldn't use your own rooms.
I have a question about our own Zoom links. I
Yes.
think that there's a new update that's limiting the Zoom meetings for 45 minutes for free users.
No, you need to download Zoom from, I think I just show you. I posted instructions. Just I need to go. Here we have resources.
I think you just need to log in as a university.
Yeah.
That's it.
Here, yeah, you need to log with university. So here we have for virtual events.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So if you are logged from university, this limitation doesn't work. And basically, you need, when you work in the course, you need to be logged in through your university account, because some session may have limitations just for security reasons, that you need to be logged in with Stockholm's University Zoom, otherwise you will not be accepted. So try to follow this rule, and always, even if you have your own Zoom, log in and then join. Then it won't be any problem with limitation and no problem with joining any session. And you lower the risk that somebody external will get inside your Zoom. Even if you don't use a password, you can set limitations that when you create a Zoom meeting, you can set restrictions that only people with Stockholm's University account can join. Okay, stop sharing. Okay, chat. Yeah, that's right. Okay, anything else right now?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Since we are talking about online design and all those things, should we use picture images or like a clickable prototype?
You can use whatever picture images. It's a minimum. If you can create executable prototype, it's even better.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So, and you can present it, and you can attach it to your report in some way as a link or whatever, if possible. Okay. Okay. Anyway, you can always post a question in forum. There is a special forum in for the project. So if you have a question about a project, please use project forum, this one. Okay, and I will have a look on it. I am subscribed to it and try to answer. Okay, then probably it's enough for kickoff. So you can start working, and good luck then. Thanks for coming, and I will see at least some of you later in sessions. Okay.
Thank you very much for
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nice weekend.
You too.
I have a question.
Yes.
What common mistakes do students usually make in this course?
Okay. No answer, because this course was completely redesigned. So it's even if it has the old name, it's a new course. The previous course was like continuation of your first course on empirical methods. There were no design science, and we decided that we have enough on empirical methods in the first course, so we need to teach students about design science, especially considering that some of students do master thesis in connection to some company for which they work, and from some other companies would like to have design. So we need to allow it, and we need to make it scientific. It's one thing. Another thing, most of you will go not to academy after graduation, but in practical life, and the problem solving, problem identification, and solution is of more value than empirical investigation as such. So this is a new course, and next year probably we will have common mistakes, but not now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thanks, bye.